Champions League, the holy grail of club football, formerly known as the European Cup, is commonly known to be the second most prestigious cup competition in football, only behind the World Cup in importance. Pitting the best of Europe against each other, this competition is dominated by the likes of Real Madrid, who recently won their 14th trophy. But to examine its brilliance, it's important to look at what makes it so special, and what exemplifies this more than the 2005 Champions League final, won by Liverpool after coming back from 3-0 down at halftime against an AC Milan side that is made up of absolute legends of the game and is regarded as one of the best sides ever on penalties. A final that's remembered as the greatest of all time, one revered by most, one that needs a rewind. AC Milan came into this with a point to prove. This is odd to say given they had won the competition against rivals Juventus in the actual worst Champions League final we've seen, you casuals, on penalties. The season before, they had been up 4-1 against Deportivo La Coruña of Spain and cruising before a massive comeback in the second leg left them crashing out 5-4 in the quarterfinals. As such, they came in with a vengeance, topping their group with 13 points, star-studded from back to front with the likes of Stam, Maldini, Seedorf, Kaká, supporting the magicians Crespo and Shevchenko, absolute legends of the game who combined for 12 goals in the competition. Fighting to the final after cruising past both Manchester United 2-0 in the round of 16 and their city rivals Inter Milan 5-0, they squeaked past PSV on away goals, booking their place in the final. On the flip side, Liverpool's run reflected the turmoil of that season, dealing with new manager Rafael Benitez, who would guide them to a fifth-place finish outside the Champions League spots. Liverpool's best player, Steven Gerrard, was flirting with Chelsea in their newfound ambition. This constant turmoil reflected in their run, battling through the entire tournament at every stage with a comeback win against Olympiacos, led by Gerrard, piping Leverkusen 6-2 before a defensive masterclass that gave Liverpool a 2-1 aggregate lead against Juventus in the quarters, which set up a tense semi-final against Chelsea, their rivals for the season, who had just beaten them 3-2 in the League Cup just months earlier. A 0-0 draw at Stamford Bridge preceded a 1-0 Liverpool victory at Anfield, courtesy of a controversial Luis Garcia goal nicknamed the Ghost Goal, ensured a finals berth for the Reds. A quick look at the team sheets really exemplifies the gulf in class and quality between the two sides, highlighting the beauty and imperfections of the UEFA Champions League. Kaká, who the editor loves, Stam, Seedorf, Crespo, Shevchenko, Gerrard, Alonso, Hyypiä, Kewell, Carlo versus Rafa, Italy versus England, David versus Goliath, and Maldini scored. Brilliant. A great ball from Pirlo, and Maldini struck that sweetly. 50 seconds in and it's 1-0. Able to regroup for the next half hour after weathering the storm and an offside goal, Liverpool aimed to reach half-time and attack the second half. Kaká has other ideas, lifting a great ball to Shevchenko, who combines with Crespo for a goal, doubling the advantage. Adding insult to injury, the Brazilian wins before a sweet finish over Dudek and it's 3-0. Wait, why are we doing this? Half-time, and it's not looking sweet. The accounts of the dressing room differ. Some say Gerrard inspired the troops with a rousing speech that instilled fire. Others say Rafa did in broken English. We all love fantasy, but the truth, well, it's boring. Rafa aimed to communicate changes and felt the only way to defeat AC Milan was 12 men. I didn't realise that wasn't allowed, so injury forced his hand and we replaced Steve Finnan to Haman moving into a 3-4-2-1 and pushing Gerrard on as the 8. A touch of genius, or just fate moving the players. Risa plays a sweet ball into the box for Gerrard, who connects sweetly with a header into the top right, and Liverpool have won back. A lovely consolation from the embarrassing first half, or a sign of things to come. Oh, bloody hell, Schmitzer. You had that in your locker all along? It's 3-2, and Liverpool are actually back in it. This is crazy. I can't handle this. Okay, let me regain my composure. I am professional. And what? There's a penalty. Bloody hell, Gerrard. Alonso to step up, and Dida saves. And parries, and it's right back to Alonso. This is mental. This is crazy. This is Liverpool. A phoenix rising back from the ashes, and it's 3-3. I wonder if fans went home or stopped watching. I don't know how to rationalise this. It's football. A comeback achieved in 6 minutes, and there's half an hour left. Both teams at this point sense blood and throw caution to the win. Jimmy Traore cleared a shot off the line, Gerrard hit over, and Kaka had a shot blocked. Strangely, Crespo and Seedorf were replaced, and Liverpool and Djibril Cissé for Barros. We are heading into extra time. "30 minutes before glory, 69,000, nice, in the stands awaiting a hero to send them to the promised land, and yet it just came and went. Liverpool were facing the pressure of AC and also tiredness. Their players faced cramps, exhausted to their wits, and yet AC Milan continued. The hero for the stands had arrived in the 117th minute. The best chance of extra time arrived, and one every team knows is coming. Shevchenko was left on feeding Hyypiä, leaving him with a free header. He aims it at net. Dudek scrambles to save it, but can only parry it back into his path. It's here. He comes. Dudek gathers his wits just enough to block the rebound, somehow defying physics and pushing the ball out for a corner. How? What? Why? Who cares? This game is heading to penalties. Penalties are simple. 12 yards from the goal, ball on the spot. Only the keeper to beat. Pressure is all on your shoulders. Most scored out 5 wins, and if drawn, we go to sudden death. Milan choose to go first, and substitute Serginho steps up. The first is the most pressure-fueled, setting up the tone for what's to come. Maybe he felt that, maybe he just messed up. But good lord, he blazed it way over the bar. The pain is etched on his face. If only Didi felt that, slotting the pen to the top left, possibly while injured. Now, Captain Cool has arrived. The man who played FIFA in the afternoon before winning the World Cup in the evening in 2006. Pirlo will equalise and hand it back to... Wow. Jersey Dudek. Embodying Grobler and his spaghetti legs, he smartly saves and has AC Milan missing their opening 2 penalties. Cisse coolly finishes to the right, and Liverpool are 2-0 up already. Thomason strikes back with a strong penalty and upsets John Arne Riise, a confident taker. A chance to step on the neck of Milan, and yet Dida with a brilliant stop. A great penalty, an even better save, and up steps Kaka finishing in the upper left to equalise. Goal scorer Schmitzer steps up to take the lead, and it rests on Shevchenko. He looks odd, nervous, scared. His best opportunity is faltered, and the pressure is resting on his shoulders. He steps up. Liverpool have won the Champions League, defying all expectations, prior to and during the game. They have risen, heroes of Istanbul. We've gone through a journey. What happened at the end? A blur of emotions, and Liverpool are triumphant, rising above European royalty Milan, capturing their 5th Champions League title. As Gerrard lifted the trophy, Liverpool roared back to relevance. Europe was their comfort, and while the league eluded them, their mistress held on strong. Liverpool survived. Liverpool endured. Liverpool victorious. Thank you for watching. This was the story of the greatest night in Liverpool's history, the night of Istanbul.